In a few moments, you will have an experience which will seem completely real. It will be the result of your subconscious fears transformed to your conscious awareness. Warning, this tape must not be played. It can be extremely harmful and result in severe trauma. You have 5 seconds to terminate this tape. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's me, Aries0083. I'm starting late. It's 9:13. I'm gonna see if I go through this quick so that I can end by 10. I was gonna try and start by 8:45, but I was too busy doing what I love to do on Thursday nights, eating food. So you have to excuse me if I have to mute myself from time to time. But we're here. Thanks for showing up. Um, if you're noticing the title of this video, it's called Suddenly. An angry man appears. I'll get to that later. That's a later topic. But the picture that I used was of Arlie Ermy as Gunnery Sergeant Hartman from Full Metal Jacket, which would tie into, well, it ties into the fact that I like movies, and I'm gonna see if I start a channel called Aries0083's AV Club, I guess, because if I come up with something else, it might be taken. So throwing my username on it is probably a guaranteed way that people will be able to find it. Because if I just call it something else, like I like movies, or something like that, uh, it'll be a hell of a time to on the search on Google search. So let's go into the first thing, which is the toy haul. I miraculously had a toy haul this week. Um, on Sunday, Target sent me a notification, the Target app. It was like, whoop, 10% off any one item. And I was, oh, okay. It was late. So I'm like, eh. And then on Monday, I'm like, let me check my favorites on Target and see if there's anything that I like. And I saw that they had Coronation Starscream for $31, 31.49, I think. And I was like, what? It said online only, but it was sold out. So I'm like, well, I have to go to Target anyway because there's where I've I realized my my lifeblood, Snapple Zero Sugar Peach, which gets shipped from Switzerland. Walgreens is having a tough time carrying this in stock, but Target, Target always has them. So lately, I've been going to Target to buy Snapples. So I'm like, let me go to Target. They won't ship, so that sucks. I wish they would ship. Nobody ships those things. It's always pick up in the store. Or Amazon will ship it, but they'll have it for like $50 for 4 bottles, and I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here with that. So I'm like, I gotta go to Target anyway. Let me go. I know that they have Star Screams because those things are warming the pegs. So I'm gonna try and price match it. The little app says online only, but I'm gonna give it a shot because hey, the worst thing that could happen is that they'll be like, no, we can't sell it to you. I go to Target, grab my Snapples, boop, um, I I take the Starscream, I scan him, boop, and he's 52.99. I'm like, because I'm guessing maybe it'll come up as 31.49 when I scan it. Let me mute my. So maybe it'll come up as 3149 when I scan it, and it didn't. Um, I my rule when I go to Target is ABS, always be scanning. So I scan everything that I like, and they had the Super Seven, no, the retro Super Seven's retro action toys. They had Baroness, and she was 11.99. I was like, nah, it's too much though. I mean, they're usually 17.99, but that's why you should always scan the stuff that you like. I scanned the Gundams again. They were like instead of being 17.49, they were uh like 19.99 or 21 something, and I'm like, that's not as cheap as 17. But I was surprised that they got Gundams again because usually when something goes on sale, it's like when this sells, we won't stock it again. So I grabbed the Starscream. I go to customer service and I wait for a bit. And when the customer service girl comes, she's like, "Oh, I'm like, I want a price match." I show her the picture on the app. She's like, "You can do it at the register." I'm like, "All right." So then I have to wait at the register, and then I get it price matched. They show the girl, she beep bop boop blops, and voila, I got another Studio Series Coronation Starscream um, with tax and everything. Not going to show the receipt, but with tax and everything, he came out. I used the 10% off any item also. So I guess it came down to 28.61. The sale price was 31.79. Came down to regular price 49.99. Came down to 28.61, but then with tax, it came back up to 31.15. So for the price of a Voyager, which he is, I got a I got some extra stuff. His cape and his crown and his shoulders and his extra no blasters, and I also got the the throne. This is my second copy. The first one I did a opening in Spanish. I think I put it on this channel, and but I haven't opened it yet. I've been like, should I do an unboxing of this, or just open it? Uh, uh, I, I I don't know. I just want to open it. I have some stuff that I want to unbox. The problem with me and unboxing is that I would rather just buy the thing and open it and play with it and then put it away than do an unboxing. But when I decide an unboxing, the stuff I have stuff there. I have the Generation Selects Galvatron waiting to be opened because I want to do an unboxing. So I haven't enjoyed that thing. It's been like a month or two since I bought it. So I don't know. Maybe I might not do the unboxing, but maybe I will just for content because it's been like 3 weeks in a row where I've just done live streams. So, yeah. So I got them. I put up my screenshot of the app on Instagram, but it was too late. I did that like around 8 o'clock. Target closes at 10. So if you were lucky, if you were one of the lucky guys to be able to take advantage, then voila. So that's it for the toy haul. Just one thing. I did pick up some headphones. I bought a Bluetooth headphone I want to see if I use it for the computer. I have to charge it and then try it out. And I also bought some Bluetooth headphones that I usually use when I go out on the town. One of my pair decided to die. It was the weirdest thing. I turned it on and I'm like trying to connect it to the device, but since it didn't connect in time, the headphones turned off. It goes doo. So then I tried again, and I turned off the headphone. I turned on the headphones, and they wouldn't turn on. The light wouldn't turn on. Yeah, these are the ones that are busted. But I was thinking of throwing them out. The cool thing about these headphones, these are from a company called Sentry. I believe this is model BT300. The model number is there. But of course, my webcam isn't there. Stupid webcam. BT. So this is Sentry BT300, and they also have a. You can plug a auxiliary cable, so I could use it to plug into the the computer. I bought an extra one of these for my desktop because I'd be listening to movies and then I'd be like, oh, I'd get scared and I'd whip the the cord out of the socket because I get excited or get the cable gets in the way. So there's Bluetooth. They're good. I tried. It has a mic. I tried recording a live stream, doing a demo on StreamYard, and the sound hearing it is great, but the audio because the microphone is basically by your ear, doesn't come in good. But I don't know. Maybe I like technology, so maybe I'll do a review of those guys. I mean, of those new headphones that I got. And I just wanted to point out I have a Ramjet here. I'm customizing G2 Ramjet. So I got a plane, Conehead, and Starscream. Nice colors. Yeah, I'm gonna be dead in a bit. Speaking of Starscream, that'll come up later. Anyway, Toy Hall is let me get rid of that. Um there's no wheelies dealies right now. Um I did see that CMD store has sludge. Let me see. Could probably look it up. CMD store has sludge in stock. Let me check to make sure it's in stock. Uh, this is not cool. I think I found it. Sorry about the silence. Yeah, he's still in stock. So I guess this is a wheelies dealy. Let me add the screen. I follow CMD store on on Facebook. So they posted that they had sludge in stock, and I shared it. Let me put myself down here, and I shared it. And back in the past, when money was flowing like golden rivers, I would have bought this. I like sludge. Um, a lot of people have been complaining. Angry men on the internet have been complaining about Stu Radio Series Sludge and his QC. It's not QC. Um, well, I guess, but I'm guessing the first batch, like Tripticon and Motor Master and Galvatron, the first batch of sludges have a problem with his knees. There's a little the ratchet. I guess the little thing that goes into the groove of the ratchet is too small. You could buy an upgrade kit that fixes that, or you could just have a dangly sludge, or you could keep them in dyno mode. But angry men don't want to hear that. So, so, so yeah. If you're looking for sludge, if you want to be like, I don't know, one of the top reviewers, let me get this off my chest now. Since I'm talking about top reviewers, when something comes out any product, it sometimes there might be a problem in it. You know, like a phone might explode in your pocket, or or if you're transforming it, a gear will break. If if you or if you're the first to get a vaccine, you might get a bad reaction. if you if you're gonna be the first, you got to be careful because reviewers like that get their hands on stolen product. They can't complain about quality control or this stuff or that stuff. This is the first thing in the line. But usually problems like that get fixed later. So if you are someone who got a defective product like a Triptychon that gets a broken hip or a sludge that can't stand, I can see I wouldn't because but that's just me. Or you got a Galvatron whose shoulders are on wrong. If me, I would just keep it. I take the loss because I'm the kind of guy who buys more than one. I would be like, this sludge is going to be the sludge that I keep in dyno mode. When I find another sludge on sale, that'll be my sludge, and it'll probably work, probably be it'll probably be working well, probably be the the problems that the previous one had will probably be fixed, like Galvatron's shoulders or Triptychon's hips or Motormaster's hips. That'll get fixed. But if you insist on being the vanguard, being the front of the line, then you can't complain. If you are just like by chance you happen to get a Galvatron with messed up shoulders, who now since everything's packaged in without a window, you wouldn't be able to tell. So yeah, I could see if you want to return the item, I'll return it. I hardly do returns on anything that I buy. But that's me. If you want to do the return and then wait for another copy, then that's great. If you want to do the crazy thing of asking for an exchange and getting a busted one and asking for another exchange and getting a busted one and asking for another exchange, if you're not willing to wait until the fixed copies come out, then that's on you. But if you want to be on the vanguard and buy sludge from CDM store, it's possible that he might have the problems with the knees. So that's on you. But CDM store is one of the stores that does get stuff right away. They usually get stuff first. So that's my wheelies dealy for the day. Just little Brontosaurus, Adaptosaurus sludge. Next up, we got news. 19 minutes in, and I'm blabbing. There's not a lot of news. I just got 3 tabs of news. So first tab we got here. Oh, I guess this is for me, but let me show it off. TFW 2005, my favorite website. Not I've heard the boards are kind of bad, but I usually don't go to the boards. But I do like them because of Orson. So TFW 2005 has extra pictures of Ultra Magnus, of Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus is one of my favorite Kingdom figures in robot mode. The vehicle mode is it is what it is. Got the inside Optimus. This head looks bad. This head is great. If well, I just noticed that they rotated his hands, and I'm like, they don't rotate. And then I noticed, yeah, they do rotate. But I do like the Ultra Magnus, this robot mode. If this thing goes on sale or in clearance, I might pick it up. But I'm not really crazy about shattered glass. As a concept, it seems kind of wonky to me. Like, how would you portray a evil Ultra Magnus? Oh, because just being evil. If you make him like a carnivore, I mean, cannibal, like he eats other Autobots, then you'll be like, oh, that's crazy. Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus is a cannibal, and it differentiates him from just being evil. Because I don't know what evil Ultra Magnus is like. He's just evil. He'll be like, instead of saying, I don't have time for that now, he'll be like, let's do it. Nah. So there's that. Just wanted to talk about Static Glass Ultra Magnus for a bit. But I love him. The vehicle mode sucks, but the robot mode is awesome. Next tab, we got this Wheelie say find deals today. Well, Wheelie, looking pretty bad. But I believe next week is San Diego Comic Con. So don't expect to hear any new things at San Diego Comic Con because the leakers will be leaking. And you can't get mad at the Hasbro staff that that this was leaked beforehand because they can't there's it's out of their control. So I hope you're not at the convention being like, boo, I already knew about this, boo. You suck if you do something like that. But we got Studio Series Wheelie leaked. Here he is, finding deals today. These pictures are kind of blurry. And I've heard people complain about him, but there was a DNA Designs kit that turned Studio Series 1 into something like this. So I don't know. People, some people, you can't just make them happy. But I like them. Uh, when I was down, I went to St. Mark's Comics down here in Brooklyn, and they had Studio Series Spike with Wiki, but he was $15, and I'm like, no, thank you, I'll wait. But I think I'll buy him when I see him. I've seen a lot of sound waves, shock waves and core class ravages, but I don't like the Bayverse designs. But this I would pick up. And he turns into a little car. The problem that I had with Titan's Return Wheelie was that when you would push down on the top on the canopy, he would just crumble because it was hollow. Because you were supposed to put in a Titan Master inside. But hopefully this isn't. If I push down on this dome, he's not going to crumble. But he's pretty good. I like him. The small size. Um, he'll go great next to Daniel, so they could have adventures with the headmasters, and he can lie about being friends with someone who's on my news feed. But yeah, I like this. Um, for me, his price is probably going to be 11.99, but for me, the best price would be closer to 7, 8, like 7.99, 8.99. So if I see him for that price, or if Target's having a sale or something, I'll pick him up. And the last tab that I have to share here, uh, I had a tab open for the stuff that they were going to do at San Diego Comic Con, but I decided, you know what, not that interesting. We'll get leaks. I'm sure some people are going there. They'll start posting on the big big Transformers websites like TFW 2005 and others. But yeah, the last thing on the news docket is Transformers Legacy Deluxe Point Blank, Dead End, and Skullgrin. They were listed on Amazon. They have low descriptions. Here's a picture of their G1 toys. I have a association with Point Blank. Um, when I was living in the Dominican Republic, I saw an ad for him. I was like, "Who's this guy?" He looks like Sideswipe, but he turns into a red car that has flames like Hot Rod. And I like that how his shoulders transform. Like I liked Point Blank for some reason. I just saw this picture and it was an ad in a newspaper. I think it was going to be showing up at El Mundo de Juguete or in El Conde. But I like him. I own a G1. My first eBay purchase was this guy. I had him. I don't. Hmm. No, it wasn't my first eBay purchase. My first eBay purchase after I moved was this guy, and they shipped him to my old address. And I went back to my old address, and they didn't have any mail for me. So I was like, oh, he got lost. So I got my money back. But I think in during the pandemic, I found him for like $15 without the Target Master. I just need the figure. He didn't have the spoiler, but I have him, and I like him. I want whatever they do with him with Point Blank. I hope it's a new mode, and I hope he does have these shoulders because that's what I like about him: the shoulders and the windshield on the chest. And his association with Wheelie is that in the Headmaster's cartoon, he's like, "Oh yeah," he's telling Daniel, "Oh yeah, they're my best friends. We fought battles together, and I'm like his second in charge." And then when they showed up, they were like, "Huh? No, that's not true." And Daniel was like, "Ha ha, Wheelie, you don't have no friends." And Wheelie was like, "Ooh." I love the Headmaster's dub. It's so rad. Anyway, I am excited to see what this guy looks like. I hope it's not a repaint. I hope they don't take like Jazz and paint them red and black. We got Dead End and Skullgrin. I was like, Skullgrin is probably gonna be a repaint of Iguanus. That's what I was thinking. Let me check if I got anybody here in the chat. No. So I was like, Skullgrin's probably gonna be a repaint of Iguanus, but here in the copy, it just says he has two epic modes. Skullgrin action figure converts from robot to Cybertronian tank mode in 20 steps. And I was like, oh, guess it's not Iguanus. But then I'm like, tank mode. It's probably a repaint of Megatron, core class Megatron with a Skullgrin head. That's going to suck. I hate when Hasbro does that. Like, if you take Scourge or a Sweep, put a new head on him and call him a different character. That's not a new character for me. That's that's Scourge with a different head. So like I don't get when people go nuts. Like it was leaked or shown that we're getting a blue Trailbreaker. And I'm like, I don't care. And that's like, oh my gosh, it's that new character, DK3. And I'm like, it's not a new character. It's just a blue trailbreaker. But I mean, to each your own. To use that gross phrase, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. So here we got Legacy Deluxe Point Blank with Autobot Peacemaker. So he comes with a Target Master partner. Hopefully he won't. Well, this was found on Amazon. Hopefully, these guys are in Amazon exclusives. So he's two epic modes. Autobot Point Blank figure converts from robot to Cybertronian race car mode in 17 steps. Like I said, I hope it's not like a repaint of Blur or Override. It has to be. I want Point Blank to be a new mode. It would be if like they took the Decepticon Target Masters and each of them was just a different color repaint of one mode. Please don't do that. Thank you, Hasbro. And I guess the last thing for news is that I was looking at my list. I printed this thing out. I was looking at my list of leaked exclusives. Here it is. And I'm going to show it to the screen, but my stupid camera is going to be like, what? Who's high pitch? So here we got all right. So we've seen a lot of these already revealed. You got Clamp Down, Burnout, Speed Lemon, Cosmos, Road Hauler, Road Rocket, Override, Black Convoy, Silver Streak, Goldbug, Ransack, Toy Scorponok, and Paralyzer, Fractal, who's a Pterosaur, Red Cog, Minerva, Impactors, the target, the Twin Twist and Top Spin, Leadfoot, Springer, Bulkhead, Sandstorm, Night Prowler, Buzzsaw, selects DK3, which I guess he's here. It says that he is a deluxe Trailbreaker Blue. The Legacy selects Guard, which is Ironhide Black. The ones I put arrows to are the ones that I want. We got Lift Ticket, Armada, Cyclonus. Cyclonus Armada, which is the G1 colors. So we're waiting on the Legacy Postcon set. Orion Pax, Alpha Trion, who are supposed to be new modes. Then you got Pack Rat Antagony and the Titan Omega Guardian. And I want the Omega Guardian. So as you can see, this is pretty cool. This list that I downloaded, I put it on my blog. But a lot of this stuff has been reviewed. The last stuff is the last stuff at the bottom, which is exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. A lot of it hasn't been reviewed. So we got Orion Pax and Alpha Trion, Deluxe and a Voyager, and then you got Pack Rat and Antagony, which is a rat trap and a Inferno, a purple Inferno and a red rat trap, and then Titan Omega Guardian. So I really want the Omega Guardian. I'm hoping that for SDCC that they're going to announce that Omega Guardian. So that's it for the news. It's 34 minutes. It's 9:46. Let me get rid of this banner. Um, the toy topic. Let me edit this. Forgot to put toy topic. Is I guess is toxic fandom. Nobody's here. It's just me. uh, I'm gonna sigh a lot because I'm a very angry man. Well, as a kid, I used to have like I mean, all kids do. You know, you have temper tantrums and you get angry, and then you regret doing stuff. So I me I'm weird. Like if I get confronted, I know I'm saying I'm weird, but I understand what it is that I do. Like if I get confronted with something, I won't give a response back. Um, because I'm thinking it over. I'm thinking of the right thing to say. Uh, it may sound like I'm dumb. I don't know. I'm like I'm dumbfounded, but it's actually like I'm trying to get what I want to say out in the correct way. So it the fandom is I get angry sometimes. Like I was complaining about people with sludge and complaining that it was QC. I was watching a video earlier of a reviewer I'm not going to talk about, but um, yeah, last night I watched this. Let me just show you. I think I just have the. Um, yeah, this is it. It came up on my feed. This video, a debate on toy collecting with the toy industry. I follow Spectre Creative, and I think he has a lot to say. He knows a lot about the toy industry, the action figure industry, because he worked for Mattel. So I watched this. I don't like this guy retro blasting. um, but I watched it, and as soon as retro blasting was introduced, he had a sour face on him. It was a sour puss. Just read the comments, watch this video. But it's I guess uh, it's great that we're passionate about toys. Let me close this. And my lately my Twitter's been kind of I subscribe to this one person, and they 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 post about a lot of stuff that jerks are doing on the internet. Like Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus series ended this week. That's one of the AV things. I looking at it as a whole, it didn't do much. It introduced Miss Marvel and her powers, and I guess fleshed out her character a little bit. They introduced an enemy called the Clandestine, which I'm pretty sure were an X-Men enemy. There is a lead-in to the movie, upcoming Disney movie, The Marvels, and and there's a cameo appearance by a superhero. I liked it. Someone on Twitter was like, they said that it didn't make a lot of money because it went woke and stuff. And the actress that plays the mom on Twitter, she fired back. She's like, it's not woke, it's inclusive. Um, I liked the show. It was good, but the fandom. I think it was Tommy Lee Jones and Men in Black said, one person is smart, but a group of people are dumb. And I think a lot of the fandom does that. Sometimes I do it. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I'm a shining beacon of reviewers." Oh, yeah. Sometimes I act like a jerk. I say things because I feel emotional, not because I got facts. But we're here to enjoy this stuff. And yeah, Hasbro as a company, they make Transformers, they make toys for everybody. As an adult, I'm like, you know what? You don't have to do those fast action battlers or those Titan bottle guys that only have 5 points of articulation. But that's not for me. Eh, uh, People will say, like, if you cut those lines out, I would say something like that. Make Generations a toy line. See Generations up here? Where is it? Make this a toy line for everybody and lower the price. It makes me sad when I see, like, in other countries, that the best Transformers that they get are like those the ones that we consider crappy. And because stuff like this is expensive as heck. If you don't live in the States, if you live in a third world country, you can't afford this. When I was living in the Dominican Republic, Wizard, the comics magazine, was like 100 pesos. With 100 pesos, I could buy like food. So like it's 1985 says hello. Hey, what's up? So it's like uh, I wrote some things here. I wrote, calm down. You're not supposed to tell someone who's angry to calm down. So, if we do have criticism, let it be constructive. Let it help. Like Brian T fan page 101 put someone trolling him about his teeth being yellow. He should brush his teeth, and he said, "Ha ha ha." But that's not helping him. You want to help him? Donate so he could get like his teeth bleached. the, you're saying something like, "Hey, look, this is that doesn't help. That's not cool." So I wrote down here, calm down, pipe down. Um, you get Studio Series sludge, like it's 1985 asked. No, I haven't. This is Starscream Coronation. I got this on sale at Target for $31.49. So, but it does look like sludge. I am gonna see if I start keeping the artwork. I have like a binder. I was gonna, I was One of these days I'll do a live stream where I'll show off my books and my cards. But Um, CMD store has sludge in stock for $59.99 if you want to get them. He ships from Canada though, from like Montreal. It's close to New York. Usually it gets to me in a week, but I know you live, I think, all the way in Seattle, so it might take longer. Anyways, I guess for my next live stream, for my next trick, I'm gonna be angrier. No, I'm not gonna be angrier. So I bought these binders from Target. This is dusty. I took a box art from Kingdom and I slipped it into the front. So this is my Kingdom cards, which kind of suck, and have a whole bunch of Dinobots. Dinobot, and I do have binders dating all the way to, I think, Drilling 30. Here's my Power to Primes binder and a whole bunch of jazz. Yes, I own that many jazzes. I love Transformers. And most of them I found on clearance. So one of these, I guess next week I'll show those off. I think I'm able to mount my webcam onto a tripod and show them off. Like it's 1985 says, the artwork is the one good thing about the new closed box packaging. Yes, it is. I love the artwork. This is Commander Class Rodimus's box art. This is called the Perfect Cut. What I do, I use this as the basis. Like if I get a Titan or Commander Class box, I just overlay it, and I'll be like, will it fit in my scanner? Probably. Yeah, it has space, and it matches up in the width. So yeah, if I put it in my scanner, I'll be able to scan it. So this is my template. But I love Rodimus. He's the best Autobot commander out there. Sorry, Star Saber and Optimus. Optimus Prime is a jerk. Do you turn green when you get angry? Rawr. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Also, my secret is I'm angry all the time. No, I'm not. I'm not angry all the time. That would be a terrible secret. But I would let me see. So I wrote down some points here. Um, um, I'm this. I guess I'm gonna mention it before I forget it. I guess from now on, when I do a review, I'm gonna just make them short and sweet. I'm gonna call them meh reviews. I think I called the older ones like short takes or something, but they're gonna be meh. It'll be like this is Soundwave. His legs are a little loose. He transforms into a boombox. Meh. uh, I can't see how people make like a 20-minute video about a Titan Master. I'm like, like it's 1985 says, I wish Hasbro made posters of their box artwork. I wish so too. I wish they would give their artists credit too. Macy's.com does sell a lot of t-shirts. This is my Superman shirt. I got this, I think, from a closeout store. But they do sell like cool, Macy's sells cool Transformers t-shirts. So you should check them out. There's one like with a periodical chart with Transformers. Beep boop 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 boop. But yeah, I know Marcelo Materi always complains about like Hasbro and the art, like that they should give him credit or I guess help him out or something. I don't know. They are coming out with a Siege artwork book later this year, which I want to get. And one of the things I was gonna pull from down here, eh, uh, eh, uh, uh, not that one. Eh. Is this it? I love buying books. This is an official guide to vintage Transformers by J.E. Rick Alvarez. See, J.E. Alvarez. Um, so I'll show off these things next week. It's a shame that Transformers doesn't have more books and cards. Like it's 1985 asking, do you still posting to your PG-13 or related only channel? Um, not yet. uh, I might, I'm, I might create because Gmails are easy to create, and then you get like 15 gigabytes of storage. You get a free YouTube channel, 15 gigabytes of storage for like your photos and stuff. So I might create another channel. I do have a channel, Aries0083's, which is mature audiences, but I hardly use it. Maybe I'll brush it off and use it again. But looking at my statistics, some kids would show up. So I was like, and I was starting to feel a little too angry, too angy. But when I do want to make a channel about videos, about movies and TV shows. That will probably be 18 plus. I think with the live streams, I can't, like, I go to StreamYard, it streams to YouTube. Um, I can't, I don't think I can make this 18 plus here. After the video streams, then I can go change the audience. But I don't want to be like talking about blood, guts, and gore and nudity, and then there's a little baby in the channel because that's another thing too. Like kids can be using their parents' channel, and even though it says to YouTube, they're an adult, it's a little baby being traumatized by your stuff, and you're like, ah. Anyway, it's 10 to. Let me get this out of the way. So I wrote, calm down. I wrote, some opinions are wrong. And I think I put little asterisks. Like, so, um, I'm trying to think of an opinion that is wrong and not take a horrible. Let's say, I guess this is the most benign example. Like, let's say if you think the Earth is flat, that you can sail, and then one day you're gonna go off the edge. That's a wrong opinion. To someone, to me, that's wrong. Nothing proves that. Nothing proves that you can sail off the edge of the Earth and then disappear. But someone who believes that, it's like, this is my truth, this is my truth, but it's still wrong. Science will tell you it's wrong. So there's stuff like, mostly political things, that you're just wrong. And so some opinions are just wrong. You can't. I know some people are like, we can be friends and have a difference of opinion. Yeah, but some things are just wrong. They're not right. Even if we're friends, you're wrong. The other thing that I wrote down here is constructive criticism. If you're going to criticize, try to do it from a line of helping, or Chipper Williams in the house. He says, "What's up? What's up?" He also says, "Going dark tonight." Yeah, I forgot to turn off the camera, but it's super dark because my wife. She got rid of the lamp over there. I gotta get a. I want to get a, like, one of those 3Ds, a green screen, but the one that they sell at Five Below is a circle and it doesn't cover the whole thing because I have like a wide screen. But yeah, and the last thing I have here is that people troll for attention. That even me, I mean, I don't troll, but like when I get tempted to troll, it's usually so I could like be like, look at me, I'm here, look, I'm right. But I don't like to pick fights with people on the internet because I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. All we're going to be doing is just going back and forth. Chipper says, "Low, that's cool. With a green screen, you could be anywhere." I would need a appropriate light. I did try it out, uh, and I do fade into the background, but I guess I gotta wait for the right time to buy it. But yeah, the fandom, I don't know. A lot of opinions come from feelings that, and not from like fact. Just watch that Spectre Creative retro blasting video. It's uh, like, let's say, if I don't love Hasbro. I I love most of their product. I don't love all of it. I'm not buying Power Rangers because I don't like Power Rangers. So occasionally I'll get GI Joes. I like Marvel, but I haven't collected anything Marvel for years. And I like Transformers because it's two toys in one. And there's a good degree of engineering that goes into these instead of just points of articulation. But I'm not gonna be their fanboy. I'm not going to defend them like, "Ooh, everything they do is great." But if I do have an opinion of them, I'll let them know. A lot of people are complaining about the yellowing on some toys, and I'm like, some people are saying, it's cheaper plastic, or that they're doing a bad job. I'm my feeling, because they don't, you don't have the proof. My feeling is that what these toys are shipping in the container, might get stuck like in the Suez Canal, and like humidity, like heat, it will affect the plastic, and that's not just a new thing. White plastic yellowing has been a ages old thing. Jet fire yellows, and here I am getting mad. But it's just like, you got to think. You can't use think constructive criticism. But I don't know. Um, the fandom. I would say that I only associate with small groups of the fandom, not big groups. Just a few like-minded individuals, I guess, like Chipper and like it's 1985, um and action figure expert, and sometimes blank, uh and sometimes other reviewers, but it's like, I don't know, it's a product. Sometimes the product isn't great. You don't need to attack people. Like on one live stream, I heard people I'm not going to mention, attacking employees about how well or how not well they're doing their job for Hasbro, and I'm like, you guys, being the corporate representative of something, you can't be all willy nilly. You'll get in trouble if you're like, if you say the wrong thing. So I don't know, but no, these fans don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna end it. It's 10:10. Thank you guys for showing up. I will end my little rant, the toxic fandom, and I'll give you guys a mini AV club, because that's great. So this weekend, I think, Chipper, I don't know if you got to see Klaus, which I was mistaking for Noel, but I hope you enjoyed it. I recommended RRR last week, which is I forgot to mention, it's a Bollywood movie. It's in Hindi. But there are musical numbers, and it's kind of crazy when when the bad guy gets defeated, and then they end with a musical number. And I'm like, this is weird, but it's another culture. They do things differently. Like, if you watch anime, you know that sometimes, like, there's a lot of lolicon girls in those animes. There might be like, there's an episode of Kamen Rider where someone has a full ass on screen. I think it was Kamen Rider Double. I think it was like episode 1 or 2. One of the bad guys is like standing in front of his balcony and his butt is out. Chipper says, I agree. The fandom does get toxic, and the internet makes it worse. Twitter is the cesspool. And Chipper Williams Low, I have both on my Netflix watch list. I want to see The Gray Man when it comes out. Ryan Gosling versus Chris Evans. I want to see that. So let me. So last weekend, what I watched, someone on Twitter mentioned this movie. It's called Incantation. It's on Netflix. it was pretty good. I It says here March 18, 2022, it became the highest grossing Taiwanese horror film. Here's the description. I'm not going to spoil it, but like for the AV Club, I would go over this and talk about what happens. But I liked it at the beginning. The protagonist started getting on my nerves. They tell her, "Look, to save your kid, you have to do this one thing, just one thing for 7 days." And she's like, "Okay, don't remember, do that for 7 days." Okay, like 3 days in, she doesn't do it. She breaks the rules, and I'm like, "Oh, you!" And from there on, the rest of the movie takes a downward spiral. It's pretty cool, pretty scary. I would say that the ending rivals is on par with the end of the Blair Witch Project, which as a youngin, when I saw that on VHS, a bootleg VHS, I was like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" Because it's just a guy standing in the corner, facing the corner, and the girls scream, "Ah, ah, ah," and you're like, "What the fuck is?" Excuse me. You're like, "What the hell is happening?" And it ends. So that's kind of how this movie ends. Incantation. So give it a watch if you want to be scared. I know Review Spot. He likes to post movies on Twitter and Instagram that he's gonna watch, and they're mostly old '80s movies. And honestly, I'm sorry, Spot, but they look like they're gonna suck. And I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that. But I do listen to podcasts to get inspiration of movies to watch. Chipper Williams says Twitter equals cesspool is 100% correct. It even makes minor arguments seem major. Yep, the vocal majority or the vocal minority. It's like a Spectre Creative will tell you that 20% of adult collectors make the industry, but the adult collectors make it feel like it's 100%. But they don't know. The guy, he used to work in for Mattel. He should know. He knows better. But me, the armchair guy, here on my armchair with my new chair. Thank you, baby cakes. Um, I'm like, I know best. I know best. Look at me. I am the master. I'm like, you don't know nothing, fool. Uh, and I did watch, I guess to ease my nerves, I watched The Room. Tommy Wiseau's The Room, which I love it. So it's a masterpiece. I got the bootleg off of I mean I got the DVD off of Amazon because it's not streaming anywhere. I don't know what's wrong with Tommy. What's wrong, Tommy? So I watched The Room. Hilarious as always. I did feel a little bad at the end when he's like having his fit about Lisa. Lisa, why? And I'm like, okay, I could see how he feels upset. Before I just thought it was like a big man baby having a tantrum. But Lisa's all over the place. The next day, let me see. Chipper Williams said, I saw a Blair Witch at the Elmwood across the street from Queen Center. Um, hmm. I hmm. I think that's the movie theater that was next to the St. John's Hospital. But I think I know what you're talking about on Northern Boulevard, or is it Queens Boulevard? I think it's Queens. No, man, uh, I think it's Queens Boulevard. Yeah, Northern Boulevard is a different place. And Chipper Williams says you should also check out Samurai Cop. I've watched it. I think it's on Tubi. I haven't watched the sequel though. Uh, looks bad. I watched Thanksgiving. That was hilarious. I tried to see Thanksgiving 3, the sequel. I first 10 minutes I'm like, "Nah, I'm done. This sucks." And I left. And Chipper says, "That is correct," next to the hospital. Um the next thing that I saw, I think on Sunday, I'm pretty sure I saw something else, but I decided to rewatch Dread. Dread. Oh yeah, I know what else I watched. I watched 1917. Um, why? Why do I remember this? Because one of them is on Peacock, the other one is on Freevee. So I watched Dread. Chipper Williams says, "Thanks, killing low." So I watched Dread on. This is on Freevee. This app used to be IMDb TV, but Amazon bought it, and now they call it Freevee. If you have an Amazon account, you can watch movies there. That's how you sign in. So I do have an Amazon account. I don't have a Prime account. I want to get one so I could watch the third season of The Boys, and then end it because Amazon is a garbage company. For Prime Day, they had their workers work more than ever before in horrible conditions. So I watched Dread, which is great. I was thinking, what I don't know what Dread 2 is gonna be like if they ever get to make it. Chipper says Dread was a good movie. I like everyone and their mom knows that basically this is the raid. Um, it's like a port of the movie The Raid. Cops trapped in a building fighting to get out. But I love this movie. Uh, I've this is like the fourth time I've watched it. I own it on DVD because I think Rite Aid was having their Blu-rays and DVD sales for like $1 and change, and I picked it up. But the girl Olivia Thirlby, she is in Why the Last Man, and I've heard on a podcast that Why the Last Man is canceled, that it's only one season. I liked it. So this is a plot, but I would recommend sign up for Freebie and check any of the stuff that they have out. And next thing, the other movie that I watched, as I mentioned, was 1917. I've been waiting for this movie to show up on on a streaming service for free. Um, I'm looking at the cast. I was waiting for it to show up for free. The VFX artist React talked about this. They didn't talk a lot about it, but they did mention one thing that I noticed like 3 minutes in. Supposed to be filmed as a one long take, but there's secret edits in between. It's pretty good. The events of the movie take place in like a day. But if you're in the mood for a war film, check it out. It's on Peacock, the free version, not Peacock Premium. So you have to sign up for Peacock, which is free. But give it a shot this weekend if you got nothing to watch. Chipper Williams says that's a good movie too. And I guess the last thing I'm going to end with the mini AV club is this tab. Um, Someone posted this on Twitter, and then it was on Facebook, and now I watched it. Someone made a fan film called Stars Transformers Starscream the OVA. It's 5 minutes long. Gonna mute it because that's better. I watched this muted. I'm like, yeah, let me I'm gonna I'm here on the StreamYard. So I'm like, yeah, let me watch it. It looks amazing. If they ever did a Transformers cartoon, a new cartoon, I would call it G1 redone or Generation 1 redone and use this kind of graphics. It looks great. Reminds me of Transformers Devastation, but more animated. The voice acting, I'm gonna be an old armchair man on the internet. The voice acting isn't that great. They could get better voice actors, but it's decent. It's serviceable for what it is. Everyone has their version of Starscream. Mine's is more akin to Tom Kenny from Animated because I like SpongeBob. Yeah. But it's pretty cool. If you want, check it out. It's on YouTube. Let me pause this. Anyways, that's it for me. It's 10:23. Got work to do tonight. But check this out. It's only 5 minutes long. Um, give it constructive criticism if you want. Don't be like, oh, that guy who plays Starscream sucks. Or Megatron doesn't sound like that. Where's Frank Welker? And I'm like, anyway, that's it, everyone. I hope you guys have a good night and stay cool. Well, bye. Follow me on the web at twitter.com. I'm Aries0083. At Instagram.com. I'm Aries0083. At Facebook.com.
My personal profile is john.classified.5. My page is Aries0083.fans. And finally, at my blog on Blogger, Aries083-action-figure-blog.